The last night deluxe class berserker. Well, if you've watched the movie, you probably don't even remember that character, but he was one of the dreads, presumably, who had like 10 seconds of appearance in the movie. He wasn't even part of Megatron's crew in that film. He was just like there for 10 seconds in his introduction. But enough about the character. What about the figure itself, which dates all the way back to 2017-ish? And yeah, you can tell that there was a lot of budget cuts and heavy emphasis on oversimplification. But I still like this figure, despite it being the being the usual, bay former of gray, black, light blue, a few colors, um, horribly Ghibli, but shell former transformation. And honestly, I think he kind of rocks the shell former look, even though you know, his transformation is not really accurate. But even then, it's kind of a movie Galvatron thing where like the actual model doesn't have any car bits. So as you can see, he can't really hold his weapon in storage very well. But you can. I think it's just about the only weapons he can hold proficiently. You can try putting normal weapons in his hands, but they'll just fall out way too easily to try. Neat thing about the transformation is that it allows you to pretend that it's a gun, so you don't have to actually give him a gun. And yeah, as such, you get a bit of wrist articulation, but it's really not intended as wrist articulation. Odd bit of design is the fact that those panels, they just sort of pop out for no actual reasons. Usually they're pretty good at staying in place, but you know how those things go. So yeah, the rest of the articulation is pretty standard. You can try to stand him up straight. Won't do you any good though, and he looks really wonky. But yeah, that makes him super tall in comparison. Although I doubt you'll ever be able to get him to stand up. What else could I say? Yeah, he's got some pretty standard posability in the legs, knees. A pretty classic deluxe articulation. I guess if you really want to weaponize him, you can just get those there and pretend that they're like hook shots or something like that. But that's more for like the transformation, which we'll get into right now. So transformation, well, what is there to say? It's pretty simple shell former stuff, except it does have a pretty nice twist of the entire waist crunching up and the heels just straightening out. Apart from that, not much else to say except, yeah, since it's a shell formers, since it's a shell former, it requires you to tab in a lot of panels, which don't always want to align. So you're gonna see me struggle to try to get this guy transformed. But yeah, apart from that, it just turns into some kind of black government van, the kind that makes people disappear and that you see all around in conspiracy theories. Yeah, it's a van that rolls pretty nicely, but that you're gonna see once I'm done with this segment. As you can see, he rolls pretty smoothly. As you can see, the slits there are for his murder sticks thingy. I don't think they ever got a name. He comes with two of them, except since I've had to rebuy him because something broke off, I have two more of those, so I can show you that indeed you can store the weapons there, and surprisingly, he still rolls smoothly even with his weapons. Yeah, that was my review of berserker. Definitively a figure that I like, but isn't very objectively super good. Yeah, and not much else to say about it, and I'll see you next time.